Fam, how's everybody doing? Hope everybody had a great Monday and a great weekend. Let's do a little DR talk today. And man, interesting day, to say the least. All right, let's get it started. All right, so first off, before we even get there, you know, we look at what we opened up last night. So you see our weekly open, our midnight open. So when we started today, we were above both of those. So again, just my slight bias was okay. We're probably going to go up because we're already above those. And if you noticed how we started today, now we had about a 22-ish point range, somewhere in there. All right, so not bad at all. Okay, so let's look at what happens. Um, and I see it kind of move, right? That was our setup for DR. So again, now I'm automatically thinking we're going to have a, move to the upside. All right, perfect. That happened. We had a confirmation high, right, right at about 10:35. Now, if you look, also we had we didn't have any gap between IDR and DR, right? So those are pretty much the same number. Uh, so price comes up. And again, now look at what's happening, right? It's point 0.5 fib up here again. Not our point 0.5 fib down here, but that point 0.5 fib above, above the DR range. So we get there and then we turn back around. So I'm really starting to pay attention to these different, fib levels, just to kind of see how price reacts to them. I'm not necessarily trading off of them yet, but I'm just trying to see how price reacts when it gets to those. And you'll see we hit that point 0.5, a couple times today. All right. So anyway, so we're in the, we confirmed high, right? We go up, hit that point 0.5, and then we turn back around, and we come down here, and which we're looking for. We actually come down below our IDR. Let's use IDR high, and then we start to move back up. Now, so what our normal process is, we put an order right here, right, to get picked up as price goes this way. Now, here's a couple of things that I wanted to point out, and they're not on the chart anymore because of what price did later on. But I do want to point out what I call I call it the fair value gap ping pong, right? So had a couple of things going on here. So one, we had a fair value gap kind of right here, and hold on, let me draw it out a little wider. Sorry guys, I can't I can't draw straight on these things. All right, so we had that was bearish, right? Meaning that price wants to go down. And then over here, we actually had kind of this kind of gap. And this one is bullish, means price wants to go this way. All right. So we were basically stuck in between those two fair value gaps. All right. And what I mean by that, you can kind of see it right here. So if we got picked up, we went up a couple points, back down, up, down, up, down. You know a song like that? Up, down, up, down. All right. All right. Anyway, you can tell I'm getting old. I don't know the song, but I know there's a song that my kids taught me about. Anyway, so you kind of see what happened there. Now, I did take this trade, right? Because again, I'm following the rules. So I did get in, and I'm gonna tell you, it went up a couple points. It's really not that many. It's like 2.5, 3 points. Drop back down. Again, not. I'm still well within my risk tolerance here. Now, once price got back up here again, and I saw it kind of get to that same level as it did before, I went ahead and closed my trade out. All right, I was like, you know what? That equal high right there. Once it got there, just take the points and leave it alone because I got tired of this, that movement right here, right? So that was the first trade for today, which I'm glad I got out because you see price kind of dipped back down, then it shot back up again. Didn't quite make it to that point 0.5, but then it reverses back. And now where it reverses back to is great because it's taking us all the way down to that blue line, which is our point 0.5 fib, right? The one that we're used to, right in between the IDR levels. And once that happens, right, clear that out. So once we drop below it, Okay. So what I want to do, put an order right here for price to come back up. It picks me up, and this one was a very nice trade here. All the way back up. Now this green line, that's there's a daily buy side liquidity there, and so we know also what happens on a lot of times on these buy sides or sell sides, price tends to reverse. So we started getting this chop again here. At this point, this was a this was about 15 points, if I'm not mistaken. You could have gotten off of that trade if you just held it. I'm pretty sure I got 10 off of there because I just went ahead and I moved my move my take profit up, move my stop loss up. I did it once, and I think I did it. I don't think I did it twice. Okay, so that was the second move you could have made. And again, you had to have patience on these, right? Because if you look at, this wasn't like except for this one right here, most of these were some really just, it was kind of that up and down movement that you just, makes it hard to kind of trust the price action because as soon as you go up a little bit, it comes back down. All right. So the third DR trade you could have taken today was right here. Okay. When price went back up again, messed around, came back down, order on IDR high, and then here's your 5+ points on that one as well. We had another one right at 4 o'clock, but again, nobody's going to take that unless you're just a glutton for punishment because you wouldn't be able to get out in time. Get out in time, excuse me. Okay, so a pretty decent day. A little frustrating in the morning, with this action here. So just had to kind of let that play itself out and then see what happened next. Great move here, and then a decent move over here as well. All right, so all in all, not a bad day, not a clean day by any stretch. And again, you had to have patience. You had to have a pretty decent stop loss if you were playing some of these. And so again, it wasn't horrible, and I don't think it would have got close to your stop loss, but you would have had to. Again, it also depends on what your stop loss is. If you're doing a 5-point stop loss, you're fine. 2.5 points, you're stopped out, right? So it's just a matter of what your risk tolerance is on those. All right, but anyway, so that's that. We got to boo this one, cheer on this one, and golf clap on this one. All right. Anyway, guys, that's it. Again, hope you guys had a great weekend and families are all doing well. We always say love on your loved ones because you never know you won't be able to do it again. So take advantage of each and every opportunity. All right, we'll see what tomorrow brings. Now, you got to also remember we got earnings coming. We have, FOMC coming. We got all kind of stuff this week, just like last week. So, keep your head on the swivel. Take the trades that make sense to you. And, it's okay to sit out and not do something, all right, and not take a trade, all right? So I did that a couple times last week, and trust me, I think I'm still fine, all right? Had to knock the rust off a little bit today, and that first trade really made me question some of my process, but stuck to it, got myself out of a sticky situation, and then, capitalized on the ones that were a little bit cleaner. So anyway, that's all, guys. Appreciate you, and we will talk to you later.